Hey. Just let me turn down this guy. He's throwing a little too much white light for my liking. There we go. Good afternoon by 1 minute. Hopefully everybody's doing fine. There's Johnny and Jamie and Nanny and the other Jamie. Linda. What's going on, girl? Might as well go back to the start and Scott the thumbnail will be seeing that on our cruise. Yes, you'll be seeing that the entire time. That's what Alaska is. It's mountains and water. Where we are going to be. But yeah. Hey, Jerry. And Jamie's Country Living. Now, you had a question. I'll try to answer that once I say hello to everybody. And Lila. Jaker. Dunya, Texas on the back 20. What's going on, brother? Hopefully all's well down there. And I know it's a heck of a lot warmer down there than what it is up here this morning. Freeze the britches right to you today, I tell you. We're, whenever I got up this morning, it was some ridiculous amount of, and I had to go for more tests. So I had to go out in it. Was not happy leaving my nice warm bed early this morning. Weather. Oh, I still have it under Celsius. Hang on. Let's go to Fahrenheit. I woke up and it was pretty close to 10 Fahrenheit. It was about minus 12, minus 13 Celsius. Come on. I don't know what the good Lord's trying to do. Give us a heart attack up here or what. But on the weekend, it was plus 13, which was 56, 57. So to get a shock like that, it's not good for the old ticker. Let's just say I warmed the truck up this morning. Sparkle Socks is going to be awful upset at me. And as of April 1st, it's going up another 15% on his carbon tax. Or should I say, carbon tax. Yes. The only country that tax a tax. I don't know. If you read the laws of the land, that's illegal. But Sparkle Socks can do whatever he wants. Anyways, today is Sleepy Joe and Sparkle Socks Freeze Zone. We're not going to give them any publicity today. I was going to say unless they're stupid, but we all know what happens there. Fisherman 506. G'day, Lee. How are you, sir? Hopefully you guys are doing okay. I believe you did get some more snow, freezing rain, sleet, something like that. I didn't think you guys were... I thought you guys were in on some pretty yucky weather down out east. Not complaining. Keep it out there. I still have 3 little snowbanks in the back of the yard, in the backyard, that reminds me that we did have a winter. At the fire on Friday, one of my neighbors who plows my driveway, I said, how much do I owe you this year? He's like, not much. He's like, I think I did your yard 5 times. I'm like, uh-huh. Never. The minimum I've ever had over a course of a winter at this house was 10 times. So it's half. Cruise couple. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have been following, but there's a lot of turmoil in the cruise industry. Now, it's not the cruise ships. It's some of the islands down in the Caribbean. They're complaining and warning everybody about Mexico. I've got friends down there right now. Said there's no different than any other year. You know what? It's just like anything, folks. You want to be stupid, you're going to get bit. You're not going to be stupid, you're not going to get bit. Travel in groups, and you're fine. I don't know. I just don't get the whole, it's, remember what I said whenever we booked a cruise? Only listen to an eighth of what you read about cruises on. There's a lot of shock vlogging. Nothing's happening on cruise ships right now. It's, they're sailing. People are getting off. They're drinking beverages. They're eating. They're laughing. They're having a blast. But these people have nothing to talk about. So they're going to make up stuff. Just like NCL a month ago was raked right through the coals by a couple vloggers who every time they've been on NCL have complimented the cruise line on the food, on the shows. What more can you ask for? Cold beer, good, wholesome, cooked food, and good fellowship. Sounds like a perfect time for me. But anyways, it's sad that some of these people, and yes, we had a lot of problems with our cruise, but I'm trying to deal with the cruise line first. I don't have to jump onto the internet to get myself an extra 2,000 views. I ain't going to make up stuff because it's not fair. That's somebody's job. Somebody's feeding their family. And you're going to make up lies about them? Come on. It's not the way we're supposed to be. But anyways. Let's see if we got anybody else. Brampton Gardner. She'd be cold too. She'd have on her flannels this morning because it's cold in Toronto as well. And Rochelle, I am going to be in Toronto for a 4 or 5 day conference the end of April. Tuber Chat Kevin, his lovely other half, we're trying to get a bunch of people to go out for dinner. We're not sure what day yet, but just like a mini meetup over dinner. So if you're interested, let me know and I'll keep you in the loop. And it'll be right downtown because that's where I am, and I believe that's where Kevin's lovely other half has her place. So be a restaurant downtown somewhere. And I'm thinking probably Sunday night. It's nice, quiet. Well, as quiet as Toronto can ever be on a Sunday night. But yeah, let me know. you're to get 1 to 4 inches of that white stuff coming to me. Well, you can keep it, Linda. I'm in a no snow zone. That's what we're calling it. Actually, you know what? Yeah, 80 here today. Yeah. I don't know, Johnny. It was beautiful here for here. But again, I've lived here a long time, and I've seen May 2-4 weekend with 10 inches of snow. So that's why we never plant outside till the week after May 2-4, or like the setup I have a cover that can go over my raised gardens, and I'll just put Christmas lights on top and a heat lamp underneath, and it will keep the soil hot. So that way there, I can keep the frost off my plants, because they are growing like bad weeds. Even the beets, my goodness, the beets are coming up like no tomorrow. I think I have nursed back my elderberry plants. They're starting to go green again. I so want to go plant them outside, but I think it would be too big of a shock for them right now. And yeah. Anyways, we'll get them all sorted out. And I got last week. Yeah, well, you know what? A 3-star in Cuba is pretty much what I had to deal with on a brand new ship. But that's, again, a whole other story. And the two cruise lines are nowhere alike. There's Tony, our cabin in the woods. Hopefully you're not pulling out any neighbors today, Tony. And if you are, tell them they're being charged by the minute. That was quite the story last night, you were saying. Goodness gracious. Food I'm in. I kind of figured. I will definitely keep you in the loop. Like I said, it will probably be why I think I'm heading down by train on Saturday. So that way, depending on when the train comes in, maybe depending on if there's a sporting event at the Rogers Center or a concert, we may not want to go out around there, because, well, I don't have to tell you what that place is going to look like. Please don't realize how negative reviews and comments destroy business. Absolutely, Nanny. And thank goodness, like, Jesse and Lisa have been on a bunch of cruises. I've been on NCL before. We know what we're dealing with them. And that's why we booked with them. And, but I also know a person that lives up the road will not go on NCL because of what she read. And I'm like, it's only your loss. She's, I don't know, maybe 5 years younger than me. I said, it's geared for our age group. You're not going to get kids falling down drunk fights, pushing, like that was fine whenever we were 18 years old. Unfortunately, most of us are a lot older than 18. We might act like 18 the odd time, but it's not what we're accustomed to. If it's close to the Union Station, oh yeah, it's literally, that's where I'm staying, is in the great big Royal York, right across from Union Station. So yeah, you could take the GO train right into the station and then meet us in the foyer of the hotel, because that's where I'll be. Thank goodness I'm not paying the rates that they normally charge. We get substantial discounts because I think they're now $700 or $800 a night. It ain't worth that. And Johnny, the air conditioning's not full of black stuff there. Been there a few times. Although I'll do a room tour. That looks like the rooms from 1902, back in the Victorian era. It's quite neat how they have it set up. Now, I don't know if they've done. It's probably 9 years since I've been there, 8 years. So I don't know if they've done any work to the inside, but if they haven't, the beds are relatively comfy, but all the rooms are the old Victorian era, and yeah, it's quite neat. We got anybody else? Been raining all morning. Oh, Tony, we need it up here, buddy. We need rain, something fierce. I'm scared to yeah, there you go, Rochelle. You were in your early 20s. You went in NCL and loved it. What I like is you don't have to worry about some drunk person defecating in the corner of the elevator. True story. Last night, we were on the ship. Somebody decided to let their bodily solids go in the elevator. And it just stuff like that. Like, it just doesn't interest me in the least. And this is a brand new, well, not brand new anymore. It's a year-old ship. But the stuff that didn't work. One of the things about cruising is if you want an ice cream cone, you can have an ice cream cone 24/7, whenever you want. If you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go, oh, I need an ice cream cone, you go up and have an ice cream cone. You have pop stations that you just flash your card. You're supposed to get a drink. Guess what? They weren't working. And they knew that. They were out for 2 weeks, but they still charged us for it. Anyways, I finally pulled my last straw today and contacted John Yield, who's the Carnival brand ambassador. And I'm like, I tried to do it without you. Contacted guest services no less than 7-8 times. Nothing. The cruise director, Lee, he tried to get it fixed while we were still on the ship. Guest services totally ignored him. So, needless to say, John's looking into it. And he doesn't stick around. You're freezing up quite a bit, Scott. Really? Huh. Nothing on my screen is showing that I'm freezing. I'm the only one home. Should be no issues with the internet. No, full bars. Hmm. Anybody else? Am I having anybody else having any problems? Don't know. Hey, Joe, what's going on? And those who are football fans, the Seahawks, as long as it's a home schedule, now they played home last year, they'll be on the road 2024. They should be home again for some preseason games in 2025. So once that schedule comes out, I will, depending on how many people, I possibly might book a box at the football stadium to watch a Seahawks game. So keep it just bouncing around in the back of your mind. Might do that. Let me bring this down. I believe I'm at the bottom. It wasn't a Best Western. That's it, Johnny. It's only a few years, Rochelle. Not a big deal. Yeah, they say that I'm good there, Johnny. Oh, Linda said, yes, I am freezing up a little bit. I don't understand. See, Lee says I'm not freezing either. Let's just keep it going, guys. We'll keep it short. If it bugs out a whole lot and it comes unbearable, then let me know and we'll call it a day. Because by the looks of it, I got about a 50-50. 50% they're having issues and 50% say I'm not freezing. So I don't know. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate the shout out, Joe. Suzanne E. Goulet. Welcome, welcome. You're freezing for a moment every now and then. For me, I thought it was just me. Well, it might just be, but you never know. Hey, Karen, how are you? Cynthia, hello, Netherlands. Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful time. There's my good old buddy, Randy. What's going on, Randy? You back on the road, buddy? Let me know. Or shoot me a text, one of the two. The banner runs across perfectly, but Scott is freezing every little bit. Okay. I'm running off an Ethernet cord and I got a green flashy light. Who's saying it's good? I don't know. I just don't know. So those of you, I'm good in Chicago. Chicago. I love Chicago. Everybody, nobody wanted to deliver in Chicago. I'd take that run all the time. I didn't mind it. Stay out of the that one really, really bad spot. there's no issues. Now, there was one time that I drove through Chicago and I got turned around and got down a street that had 15 vehicles up on wheels, stripped and burnt. Guarantee you I didn't even stop for red lights. I got the hell out of there. Just saying. And yeah, Lila said try to refresh. She's not having an issue with freezing either. Okay, so did you? Anyway, I'll text you. I don't know what I can say and what I can't say. So, hey Tiffany, how are you? Oh, look at there's my chickadees. I'm gonna have to say with writing like that, that's probably Bunky. Could be Trey, but I'm gonna go with the Bunkster. And I tell you what, if Trey and I were running a recording device, whenever KK came underneath the green screen, she fell flat in her bottom. That was funny. But there was no recording devices, or I didn't have any, and neither did Trey. So that's the only one. I rebooted, changed my settings, still dropping it. Oh, still doing it. Okay. Here, let me. There, my computer or my phone's off. The only thing in the house right now is this. So, not unless. Hey, Hank, you got your cell phone going over there? No. He said he has his cell phone turned off. So, I don't know if you guys saw, but Mickey made me a thumbnail for my new channel. I love it. Everybody that looks at it or has seen it absolutely loves it. I'm just trying to oh, come on. It's too bright. Hang on. There we go. There is my new logo and the Hankster. Mickey hits it all the time, and there's like a postcard at Hank's nose. At Hank's nose, well, I guess you guys just caught a glimpse of. Oh, you keep watching for the Vineyard Chicks on their website. Their tumblers are ready to go. And if you missed it, Miss Ann's coffee mugs are ready to go. I have Cruising Alaska mugs ready to go. We're just ready to go. And if Jesse's watching from the background, his bottle's ready to go. And if Sir Grace is looking, his bottle. Okay, those two have syrup. I don't. Figure that one out. I ain't got no syrup. They do. Thank goodness. Now, I think we're blessed enough that we're going to get 2 more weekends, because it is supposed to start warming up again to obviously we're Thursday today. It's supposed to start warming up today and be back above zero tomorrow, which means it's going to run and then it's supposed to be perfect syrup weather for the next 4 days over the weekend. So we will be back in the Sugar Shack probably this weekend. And then it's supposed to get cold again the first of next week. And then it's supposed to really warm up. So we're thinking 2 more weekends, but that's it. We're done. I'm going to say we're going to get maybe a quarter of what they're used to producing. It truly, you put that much time, money, and energy. And one of the questions that whenever I was on with the chickadees there last Sunday, one of the questions was, what do you need, and do you recommend people do syrup? I'm like, hell no. The only way you're going to make $1 million with syrup is if you start out with 6 million. It's just one of those things that it's just like farming. Are you going to become a millionaire in farming? Pretty tough right now, but it gets in your blood. And being around oh my goodness, we must have a fire going on. Where we do. Just give me a sec, guys. Road in McNabb Township for hay bales on fire. Quotations response. Behind the farm, the address was 2790 Burnstone Road in McNabb Township for hay bales on fire. You know what causes that, folks? Not letting them dry out enough before you stack them. And they start fermenting, they cause heat, and poof, start a fire. So now we've got, I guarantee you're going to see, that's a fairly large farm over there. So he's probably got 100 hay bales that'll be up on fire. They'll be calling in all our firefighters here shortly to try to save the farm and the animals. Man. At least twice a year we have that, where people they don't think, and they don't leave enough air movement between the bales. Oh, gracious. Oh, there's the bunkster. It's your bunkster. Any updates on hotels for Seattle? Yes. We will be booking the Marriott, which is going to be about $350, including all the taxes per night. And there's another one that's about 1.5 2 miles, and it's $150 a night, $160 a night, something like that. And honestly, you need to go cheaper. There is cheaper, but that's totally up to each individual person. We'll look, but obviously I'm going to try to get a discount on all three. Well, not me. That's Glenda, and she's got other things that she's dealing with right now with having her surgery. It'll be 2 weeks ago tomorrow. So she needs to worry about getting better. And those are the hotels that we've pretty much talked to. The Marriott, it's less than a mile. So, you know, we do want to spend some time. I want to go up in the Space Needle. Ain't no way in heck I'm going to get Debbie up there. And we both want to do the Pikes Market. It's the fish market in Seattle. It's a touristy kind of destination. They throw codfish around, and we will be going there. But other than that, we wanted a hotel that had a restaurant, a little bit of a lobby, so that we can fellowship. If somebody just wants to leave their room as a room, and that's totally fine. We can go downstairs and fellowship. If your significant other wants to have a nap, or if you want to have a nap, you don't have a whole bunch of people around the rooms. So, I know Glenda and I and Sir Grace and Debbie will be booking the Marriott. I guess I'm used to paying that. Like, that's what I paid in Fort Lauderdale for that substandard hotel. Not substandard. It was a clean hotel. It just, you could tell it wasn't used a whole lot. But that's where we stand right now. Thank you, Nanny. Hey, Dave. But Lila, it's like I say, it just, there's going to be so many people around that, and it all depends on who's coming in, when and where. Once we get flight arrangements, maybe we can meet in the hotel or meet in the airport and share Ubers into town. Try to cut down on the costs. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking anyways. Okay, Bunkster, you go do your homework or do your work, and remember, schoolwork. Mm-hmm. Okay, Tiff. But no, it's definitely thank you, Johnny, for dropping links. It like I said, we will be doing some different things. I know Jesse and Lisa want to do the Space Needle, and Jesse had talked about there's a museum, Blowing Glass, I believe, museum right below the Space Needle. So I think they want to do both of those, where I'm really not interested in the Blowing Glass. Probably cool, but I would enjoy to go and have a meal at the market over going to a Blowing Glass museum, because I'm sure Jesse's going to take pictures, and I'll see it that way. I'll save $80. No, I don't think it's $80. I think it's 60 and 60. I think it's $120 for the two of them. Hey, Moll. How are you, Molly? And But yeah, no, other than that, you. Oh, I just noticed. Tuber Chat has been a member for 6 months, and he just gifted a membership. So whoever got that, congrats to you. And thank you, Kevin, for doing what you do. There we go. But yeah, so honestly, it's been a week from hell. As you know, I was out at the fire last. It literally kitty corner my house right here, and it just so sad. Young family, 2 young kids, and they. I'm just trying to find the one picture. Today's fires, because they're making them use kiln dried wood and all that. Oh, there we go. So that's as I was driving by the house. So it was gone in 5 minutes. And that's all that's left. So it's very sad that, now the one blessing, there was a puppy in the fire. One of the neighbors heard about it. Football fella. He dropped his shoulder and went through the front door and saved the puppy. So nobody was injured. Thank God. So my job from the township, I've got probably 2 or 3 messages now from neighbors because they dump so much water. Is this going to affect our groundwater? So I've got a truckload of water samples that I have to bring. Oh, nobody was hurt, Nanny. Not even the puppy. Like I said, the biggest thing now is ensuring that nobody's well water is contaminated. So that'll be my job probably Saturday morning, as I'll just go for a walk and just go door to door and offer them a water test. It's free. And where's Tony going? Okay, going. Oh, okay. All right, Tony. Take care, brother. But yeah, no, you're Lila, there's going to be so many people coming and going from that, and don't forget, you included. We're going to lose 3 hours. I know the one flight that I looked at, we leave here, Ottawa, Fly out of Ottawa at 5:30 in the morning. Fly to Vancouver direct, and then take a little puddle jumper down from Vancouver to Seattle, and leave here at either 5:30 or 6:30, and we're in Seattle noon local time. So that's going to kick the pants, right? Kick you right in the pants. That 3 hours. Like Johnny, Jesse, and all those guys, they're going to be a 2-hour time difference. So there's going to be jet lag. So my first day is probably going to consist of a whole lot of naps to try to get. No, Christine. No. I looked it up. I went on Expedia and looked at what flights were to Seattle at that time. No. We will not get our flights from Terry until within 60 days, 60 to 45 days before our flight. Sorry, I should have been much clearer. That's my fault, Christine. Sorry. No, you're all good. Terry will be contacting everybody, but like he said, because we started so soon, he wants to make sure that everybody's good to go before he spends the hour and a half with everyone. So as people are paying off their vacations, he's calling them, going over all the different, firming up all the different things. Hey, Miss Ann, how are you? Yeah, not a problem, Johnny. I kind of figured she'd be working. She's working and lurking, and that's okay. I appreciate the view. But yeah, no, it I was talking to Jesse and Lisa last week. I'm like, I never, ever want to wish my life away. But darn, too bad that vacation wasn't this summer. So that it is what it is. And it's going to be hopefully Radio Jonesy from Tasmania. Hopefully him and his lovely wife are going to come and join us. He will be the farthest person to travel. Now, I think what he wants to try to do is either do Canada the week before the cruise and then the US the week after. Like they want to do the whole circuit. If they're coming over to try to meet as many people as they can. So, yes, Miss Christine is working, guys. So, working, lurking, and she'll say hi when she can. We all understand, Christine. Somebody's got to look after Johnny. We understand. And we feel your pain. So, Cynthia could come from, she could come also. Just saying, we already have somebody possibly coming from Tasmania. That is going to be, wow. That will definitely be jet lagged. 13 hours. Wow. Although, he can find out what the lottery tickets are. Come over here. Hey. Just saying, folks. Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca's lurking and she's a knitting or crocheting. But respond, hair bills. Yeah, they just upped it to an all station. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. That's going to be and the wind right now is absolutely crazy. We've got very, very strong winds right now. And not only do they have the hay bales on fire, the pasture's now on fire. Wow. I guess I normally turn off my phone whenever I'm on live, but I better keep that on. Being the chairman of public safety, I pretty much have to stay. Yeah, there's an 1.5 acre field on fire right now, plus all the hail bales. So it could be an interesting afternoon. What was the price per night again, Scott? I'm writing everything down. It all depends. The Marriott, I believe. Glenda, are you lurking by chance? It might be her nap time. Trying to rest her shoulder. The Marriott, I think, is $350. Is what and that includes high-speed Wi-Fi. You can go cheaper if you have a data plan and not get the Wi-Fi, then it'll be probably about $230. So, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more. Wow. Okay. Where's Jesse and I believe they're staying at the Marriott. I don't know. I think so. So there's one at the Marriott's the closest. You should, if you're high up on the Marriott facing the ocean, you should see the ship right from your room. It's under, I think it's about a half a mile from the Marriott to the ship. Then I did find another one. And I was actually going to call them to see, but I can, here, what I'll do is put this up. So if somebody wants to come and chat, we can chat and I can look up some stuff. But like I say, Sir Grace, Glenda, Debbie, and I believe most people are going to stay at the Marriott. The only thing, the one for the $175 one, it's only a 2.5 or 3 star. There doesn't seem to be any in betweens. But like I say, again, we're only suggesting, we're only giving you ideas that we've talked and we've tried to get a discount. Two travelers, yeah. That's all we're doing. We're just trying to give you suggestions. We will definitely, they're not even letting us book it right now, Christine. This is, we're simply just trying to look and get a feel for who's gonna, let's make a deal. And the Marriott is the one who, I'm even trying to see what the other one is here. Because Seattle's really mixed up. You've got some hotels by the football stadium. You got some cheaper low end hotels like the, I haven't even, they're not, I'm trying to think the best motel, but you got to watch and make sure if you're going to book your own, that's totally fine. But guys, you need to read. We found 3 hotels. You got to share the washrooms. That was fine whenever I was back in college. But not at my age. I'm not sharing no washroom. It's bad enough I let my wife use it. So, like, there's one here that's under $100. It's called the Best Hotel. It seems to have half decent reviews, but again, you got to share a bathroom. There's another one here, Red Roof. It's not a hotel chain that we have in Canada, so I can't even, I know I did see something. I believe there's a Red Roof in Syracuse. I think I stayed there about 10 years ago whenever Kyle and I went to a football game. And it would give the Bates Motel a run for its money. But again, it was only Kyle and I, and it was cheap. That's all we wanted. But I'm just looking to see what this other one, I forget what it is. Anyways, within 2 weeks, we will have talked to everyone. Red Roof Inn. Yeah. That's it, Johnny. So, yeah, that's the one that Kyle and I stayed in Syracuse that would give the Bates Hotel or motel a run for its money. Like, you wanted to come in and double check that all the windows were locked and the door was locked 7 ways. But like, there's Who's the other? There's a whole bunch of choice hotels. So again, a good name brand, known for its easy financial. It's not very expensive to stay in them, and at least you're not going to. You're not going to end up with bed bugs going on the ship. So, okay. Yeah, I think like Kyle and I paid like $55 for the night. Again, that was like, yeah, he would have been 11, 12 years old. So yeah, about 10 years ago. Hey, you know what though? I've been in very high-end hotels that had bed bugs. So, it is what it is. But the Marriott, we're going to try to reserve a floor. And there was another one that they wanted for us to book. They wanted Miss Glenda to pay for everybody's room up front. So it would have meant that she would have had to drop like 10 grand. Well, no, probably not that much. About $6,000 just to reserve this hotel to get a discount. I said to her, you do that, I'm going to be very angry with you. You don't put that kind of money out, because if we don't get enough people, I said, it's bad enough that Jesse and I took a chance at 35 rooms or 30 rooms. Like, hey, Wanda, how's everything in PEI? Other than beautiful. Telling you, folks, you ever get to Canada, you got to get out on the island, PEI. But make sure you don't party and spend all your money, because you got to pay $50 to get off the island. You see, they got you. They let you come and party and spend all your money. Try to get off the island. You get off one side, you got to pay for a ferry, or you go off the other side, you got to hope that it's not windy, and you can go across the bridge. Just saying. But yeah, no, it's we're getting terribly excited. It's just, I don't know what it, unfortunately, I can't, and I won't be surprising everybody this year like I did last year. Because I'm actually there's actually no physical way, because now I'm booked into the conference. They overlap. I think I'd have one day to travel. Conference is over on a Wednesday, Thursday, and I think Johnny said Tin Killer starts on Thursday, Friday. So speak of the devil.
No devil here. No devil here.
Oh man.
How are you?
So I'm doing all right. All right. We're just going crazy here with the amount of calls for service for our fire department.
Oh wow.
Like, we went a month and a half without a call, and they're averaging 3 calls a day.
So what's the is it house fires or hey Nanny Tam? Hey Lila?
No, we've only had we've had 3 house fires since January. And now last week there was people burning with high wind.
So it's outdoor. It's like wildfire.
Yeah, it's all out. Well, and then carbon monoxide calls. We get a lot of those.
So I want to ask you a question about Canada. Do they do controlled burns up there?
No.
In your area? So
No.
So they never do controlled burns. What takes care of the load? What takes care of the fire load on the ground? What is the plan?
Unfortunately, there is none. So, friends of mine, yes, we will burn our own properties, but Crown land, they just drop the acorns, drop the leaves, drop the pine needles, and hope nobody throws a cigarette butt in the middle of it.
So they got the same fire program that California has then.
Pretty much.
Which is just
okay. Hope for the best.
Yeah. See, right now they've got the public land over here near where we're at. They're burning it all off right now.
Yeah, I saw you say that in Mike's chat, I think, last night.
Yeah, and they do that, and it what it does is it helps because it takes care of the fire, everything that's on the ground that's huge fire load.
Yeah,
takes care of that, and then we don't have fire problems like they do in a lot of places. You know, I mean, there can be a prairie fire, and there was fires down in Texas that were horrible out in the panhandle of Texas and stuff like that. But typically, like I hear about it all the time up north, and it's got to be a lot of it's got to be to do with the pine, the trees with needles on them and things like that. Those are a problem, as opposed to mainly what we have here and stuff like that.
And like it's pretty much from, like, as far as I know, Pennsylvania, they don't do controlled burn. It's only the South that does it. I don't even know if Arkansas does controlled burns.
Arkansas?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
It's all up like the upper US. I've not seen controlled burns.
Oh, we do. I mean, here, well, I know Kansas does a lot. I know here they, we do controlled burns. Like I could go out right now and I could light the whole place on fire, and have on occasion. And when I say whole place, I'm talking 90 acres right here, and then, there are 30 down there at the other place. But and somebody they have to notify residents whenever they burn the wildlife areas and stuff up here. Whenever they do those control burns up there, they do kind of put out a notification that, hey, on the week of so and so, we're going to burn this all off and everything like that. Is that going to, can anybody stop them? No. We have a lot of, I mean, I'm a member of some Facebook groups, and they're just, some of them are livid, that the smoke is in the air and stuff like that, because they don't understand. We have had it never used to be a problem, but we have had people move here from the cities or other states, and they do not understand this. But whenever I was growing up, it was just a thing. So anyway,
no, unfortunately we call those people cityites. Because they come and they want to bring their city ideas into the country. Well, that just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's just a thing. And that's the reason why we don't have wildfires here, and people aren't losing their homes because of wildfires, is because they do these things around here. So and it's better for the forest. It is so much better for the forest because rejuvenation. There are some species of trees that will not even grow unless the seed has been scarred by fire.
Yeah.
Before it will open and can grow.
Yeah.
So land management.
They
That's
used
right, Lila.
to and Lila, like, yes, we can do control burns here on our own property. But Johnny's talking like down there, the Indians their hunting land, they'll start fire at one end if it's windy and they'll burn it.
Now you said the Indians. No, not the Indians. This is the state of Oklahoma.
Okay, because Brandon,
I think the Indians have bought into and I'm Indian, by the way, so I'm going to say this: the Indians have bought into the woke, and so they have, whatever the California model of doing things is what the Indians want to do.
Because Brandon from Eddie Family Farm, he said the Indians still burn around where his place is because he got his land, his 17 acres from I forget what tribe that he belongs to.
Yeah.
But Stephanie's not native. It's Brandon who's 100%.
Yes.
And like he's had it on his channel that they just burn the entire hunting area.
Yeah, they don't do that here.
He's what? Pryor? Davis?
That'd be over there by where Josh is, the Spanky.
Be over where Spanky is, yes.
But up here it's the state of Oklahoma does all of the
and we used to
burns.
Like the ministry used to burn here. I can remember as a kid, public lands, they would do little control burns, knowing full well that this is going to lead into a much bigger thing. But then the cityites moved in and went, oh, fire! Well, it's unfortunate because a lot of my municipality is wood. So we got a big fire going here. Watch out.
Yeah.
But again, they don't even want us burning maple syrup. I could not sell this in a store because it was wood fired.
Oh, wow.
Well, it could be a minuscule little bit of ash there. Well, are you kidding me? My ancestors lived off it for many, 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 many years without issue.
Yeah.
But cityites,
that's a lot of our tribal government has been taken over by cityites, as you call them. And because, Native Americans, Indians, in the past, that's how a lot of this, we have that's how they kept any kind of ground clear anywhere east of, the prairie of the, just west of where we live here. If there was any clear ground between here and the East Coast, it was because of the Native Americans doing fire, at that time. Or forest fires from lightning strikes and things like that. So that's the way they kept ground clear so they could plant, do crops, things like that. But anyway,
just give me a sec. Christine, I know you can hear us. You're not watching the chat, but Nanny just said that she dropped her Pies of the Month video. So I know you may not have seen that go up. I just wanted to let you know that Nanny wanted you to know that she posted her video.
Bye, Lila.
Bye, Lila.
So
I'm trying to catch all the ones for Christine because, you know, she's the good girl. She's working. She's not taking our lead and procrastinating.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to have to head out here in a second because I've got to go take care of the cattle.
Okay.
I haven't done that yet this morning, so I'm going to run out there and then come back, and then tonight is our live, this evening. So
sure is.
But anyway, I just wanted to pop in here and chat with you for a minute because I always enjoy my time chatting with you. And I really like the chat that the folks in your chat. They're a great bunch.
Great folks.
How are the babies? That would be the baby calves.
I'm going to say the fur babies. Yep.
They're doing. And it's every day. You never know how many is going to be out there.
Well,
it's still like that.
And that's what we're getting to. So I'm hoping to get a half decent day this weekend that I can get my drone up over at the farm and, show you the baby, or babies.
Right.
We should have, there's a couple mamas with some great big old bags on them that, man, you guys got to be dropping here soon.
We got a cow right now. I mean, every year whenever she has a calf, she just looks like a tank. I mean, she is huge. You look at her and you think there's no way there's less than 4 calves in that cow right now. And then she'll have her calf and it'll just be, a calf. And you're like, whew, because you're always worried. You're going, oh, I hope she doesn't have more than 1 calf in there. And yeah, she is enormous, Nanny Tam. It's
and that's unfortunate because a lot of people don't understand that if there's twins and they're one boy, one girl, that girl,
you end up with a free Martin.
You got yourself a free Martin, and that,
yeah,
that ain't no benefit to the farm.
Well, you raise a free Martin just like a steer, so you just steer it out just like, everything. You feed it out and it ends up a free Martin. For those folks who don't know what a free Martin is, whenever you have twins, a cow has twins and one of them is a bull and the other one is a heifer. The heifer will not be fully developed as a female. She will have some male traits and things like that, and she'll be sterile. And that happens in 95% of those types of births. So you get something like a heifer, it's not a bull, and you get it and you think, oh, I got a little heifer. Well, it'll never have a calf. It never will. And it'll always have masculine type traits because it's got that from the, its brother and stuff like that. So that's what a free Martin is, Nanny Tam. But typically if you have a cow and she has twin heifers, you got 2 heifers, they'll be cows eventually if you grow them up to be like that.
Yeah.
So,
now
that's your free Martin, that's your tip for the day from Gillum Farms. So
that's right. That's right. And you know what, Wanda? It's a good day. If you can learn something new every day, it's a good day.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the guys about how much your guys are paying down there at the auction.
Yeah.
They said, don't record the auction up here. He'll have a heart attack. So one of the guys here just put a calf on the block, $3.50 a pound.
$3.50, is that it?
$3.50 a pound.
Yeah, I know. Is that it?
That's a lot.
Well, that's a lot there. They're going for $4 and something here.
Okay. Yeah,
And
no, they're like here, it's probably double what it was 4 years at this time.
yeah, last year 350 would have been a good price here. This year $4,
Okay.
420. 1 day old calf is $800 straight off a cow. $800. If the
Crazy.
calf is 2 weeks old, it's 1,000. So yeah, that's where
Yeah.
we're at right now.
Well, we're usually about 6 months behind you guys. So I'm just gonna tell Josh to hang on because that's what you guys are getting down there. So we'll get that in the fall.
Yeah, it is nuts what cattle are right now. I mean, I see it all the time. People are trying, they're selling them on Facebook Marketplace. They're selling them. It's not supposed to sell them on Facebook Marketplace, but they do it all the time in these cattle groups. And they'll have a calf, mama died, calf just born, mama died, and they'll put $800 on it. Hadn't even had its first milk. And there will be somebody within 2 minutes buy that calf right there on that deal.
Jeepers.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna
hey,
bring down a
Ginger.
truckload.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
coming down with a truckload of
Well,
calves.
that would be beef cows.
Yeah.
If they're beef cows.
Yeah. Oh
Now,
yeah.
dairy cows are less. You'll get less for a dairy cow, but beef cows are, they're still in the dairy cows are in the 350, 400 range for a new calf, and they're 800 for a beef. So it's about double.
Yeah.
So
Well,
anyway,
that's it. If I can get a bottle baby jersey any time of the day for about $100
mm-hmm.
right across the highway. If I put my drone up and go high enough, you can see his farm.
You're right.
So if I wanted a jersey, $100. But again, the meat's just not there because they're not meant to be eaten.
Yeah.
They're meant to produce milk.
Yeah, milk cows, and they're small. Jerseys are small cattle.
Oh yeah.
But I would love to have a good Jersey milk cow. I really would, because
I'm trying
if
to
you
talk Debbie into it.
if you end up having a calf that one of the heifers or a cow or something like that stops producing milk, has good babies, you can put them on that Jersey, and I tell you what, and those jerseys will grow a calf out.
Oh
Just
my goodness.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll grow
Especially if
it out.
it's a high, like this guy over here has high cream.
Yeah.
And whatever he's done to his herd, it's very, very creamy milk.
Yeah, and you can put 4 calves on a Jersey. So at one time, you can't do that on a beef cow. And beef, one that says beef is so expensive here. Yes, beef is expensive everywhere. The thing about beef is the cattle producer, which would be people like me and Scott and stuff like that. The cattle producer, we've always gotten low prices. The packers got really high prices. The feedlots got high prices. Everybody other than the actual
The ones that are doing the work.
Calf pair. So and we're finally catching up. It's finally trickled down to us, I guess. T-bone steak is like 20 plus per, I'm sure, pound is what she was going to say one day.
No, per steak.
Oh, really? $20?
20.
I figured T-bone be $20 a pound.
Well, no, it'd be about $12 a pound.
Oh, that's a lot cheaper than what we pay.
It's cheaper. That's cheaper than what we pay here.
Really?
Yeah.
See, she's lost me because I grow my own. I butcher my own. I couldn't even tell you how much.
Yeah, we've got a little Gordon has an appointment date on June 3rd.
Okay.
So we're excited about that because, it'll be off the farm and
Mhm.
we're really excited to get away from the store-bought stuff. So, and then we've got the next one, the next up and comer in the works already. So
Okay.
I buy a 2-pack for $34 to $38.
My goodness. Have you ever tried Costco? They have half decent meat, and I don't find them to be as much.
Thank you,
bud.
Jackie.
So
That's one thing I'll do whatever it takes, guys, to make sure that those cattle are in good shape and they're not wanting
Yeah.
for something and they're healthy, happy as much as they can be. So one that buys from the farmers, nice.
Oh,
Would
well,
it be
good
like
for
a
you.
farmer's market?
Keep doing it.
Yep, buy from the farmers because it's better meat. I mean, think about it. You go into a store and you get that, you go to the steak section and you get this. It's a lot different. The meat is a much different color in a supermarket than it is if you buy it from a farmer. Let's just put it that way.
Well, that's it. Ours isn't bright red.
Yeah.
Meat is not. Meats that hung for, we did 28 to 30 days.
Yeah.
Yes, the outside has a little bit of fuzz. You cut it off. But I can cut my steak, any steak I have, round, T-bone, porter, you name it, with a fork.
She buys straight from the farm. That's great.
Good for you. Good for you.
Two-pack less than a pound total is running around $30. Nanny Tam says, I want to get fillets for my son's birthday, but a 2-pack less than a pound total is running around $30. And that's what we're seeing here.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's, to steak is just.
And to know that it's going
and
to
hamburger,
the processor.
Hamburger's like $8 a pound. So $7 to $8.
I think if you can get Hamburg, lean Hamburg in the store, which I wouldn't buy anyways, I only buy medium because I like the fat. There's more taste.
Yes. I like the 80 something percent, 87, 86, or 84,
I forget what
like
that. They call it 80-20 mix. But
well, I mean, and that'd be about what it is. 84% I think is what it's called. And that's what I like to get. I don't like to get the 90 or 93. I like to get the like 84%.
Now I've got a recipe, Johnny. If whenever you go to put Gordon away, if you have some pork fat, and even like underbelly, I put it in and I call it my Hamburg mix. Oh my goodness, is that ever good? But I do about a 85-15 beef to pork fat ratio. Oh, the taste is just, oh.
Yeah.
Now it's taken me a while to perfect it. And they actually were selling it at an independent here. And I got talking to the owner and I'm like, I love your Hamburg meat.
Yeah.
And he's like, the beef, or he said, my mix. I'm like, your mix. And just before he went out of business and retired, he's like, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Wanda says they do that there too.
Okay.
And
love it. It just gives it that extra extra taste.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
anyways, folks, Johnny's got to get to work. And I've been on almost an hour and 45 now. So Wanda, your brother-in-law's a beef farmer and you're paying those prices? I'd be whooping them.
Well, I think what we were getting at is she's paying less than we are, so that's probably pretty good.
Which is still high for Canada. or for, because if you go into the city, you're going to pay probably double what you do out rural.
Fisherman 506 says, "Eat fish."
Fish. especially
I haven't
lobster.
haven't seen a fish yet that would make me turn a steak away.
Well, I gotta say, Lee did bring me a snack of lobster to Tony's there.
That's a lobster. That's a big old crustacean.
That was good, buddy. The lobster was good. Yeah.
I like the steak. They call it steak and tail.
Yep.
Yep, the steak and lobster tail.
Or surf and turf.
Yep, I like that.
And we'll get a lot of that on the boat.
Nice.
But the unfortunate thing is they have Florida lobster. They don't have the good stuff. So Lee's going to have to bring the good stuff.
Yeah.
Not only has he got to go pick up the Englishman, Paul, but now he's got a fish on the way back. Man, you've never had lobster, Jackie? Oh my goodness.
It's very good.
It is.
It's very good. You take the lobster and you get the little deal of butter, the melted butter, and you just kind of dip it in that. Oh man, it's so good. It really is. I've had Maine lobster.
Okay, so it's the same as
Washington, D.C.
Okay, so Maine lobster and excuse me, and the lobster that Lee fish are tomato. They're about 100, not even 100 mile apart, probably 50 miles apart. So
yeah.
No, Jackie. See, we eat our lobster cold, as Lee probably eats his cold. There's more taste, and I always had it warm with garlic butter, like Johnny just said.
Yep.
But Debbie, being an East Coast girl, I learned very quickly that lobsters to be eaten cold. Yeah, that's it, Lee? They're the same darn tootin' thing.
Lobster rolls, yum. That's right.
Oh, good old lobster roll. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So NCL is going to bring us Florida lobster.
That's normally what they do is they get it in bulk. Now, I'm not sure over there because it would be just as easy for them to get it shipped in from Maine as what it would be.
Unless they're getting a really good deal or something.
Well, there's that, but Florida lobster hasn't got claws. It's only got the tail.
Yeah. Kind of like a big shrimp.
Yeah. Oh, Jackie, there won't be any. I'm told that there's crab everywhere in Alaska.
I didn't know Florida had lobsters.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
yep.
Anyway, well, I got a hop.
Yes,
so
you go look after your cows, and we'll see you back at Homestead. What is it? Homestead Hangout?
Homestead Hangout. Yeah.
Yeah, Hangout. There you
go. We'll be on at 5 Central, guys. So come visit with us.
Absolutely.
I'll talk to you later, Scott.
All right. Take care, Johnny. All right, folks. I'm up over my hour and 45 now. So I am hoping, barring any big issues tomorrow, I will be live tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern, And I did have somebody lined up last week whenever I had to cancel due to the fire across the road. But hopefully, God willing, I can go live. And we can pull things off. I'm not sure if they're still available. They're supposed to let me know sometime today if they are available, and we will go from there. I'm doing a new painting. Oh, cool. That's awesome, Jackie. One of these times, Jackie, one of these Friday nights, I'm going to have you show your paintings like you did, probably a year ago. You were showing some of your paintings on my live. You'll have to come up a Friday night and show your paintings. So maybe we'll get in touch for that. And yeah, I gotta go myself, and I gotta pack Jesse's bottle. And it is very, so remember how I said this stuff can go in the freezer? That's because it's thick. It's good and thick. No problem putting that in the freezer. It just goes like a hard molasses. It moves. It won't crack the bottle. Never has. But store-bought, you're on your own. Don't, if you got store-bought stuff, unless it's, well, even any store-bought, I'm not sure I'd put in the freezer. It's just as good in the fridge. You just got to leave it for a little bit. That's all. But anyways, folks, if your guest no show, I can be. Okay, Jackie, I will send you a message tomorrow night or tonight about tomorrow night. And I got one of them. Wanda, I would love to send everybody one this year, but Jesse and Sir Grace, they get their bottle before I do every year. So needless to say, I ain't got one of them. Just saying. Now, Jesse and Sir Grace, they got one of them, but nobody else. I'm hoping I might get one bottle this year. So, and that I've promised to Johnny for like Tin Killer. So this weekend, I've got to get the bottles, get like Tin Killer ready to go, get that shipped down to them. And yeah, I was hoping to get as many as what I brought down last year, but we don't have the syrup. And I won't give anything else other than my syrup. So they'll get probably, well, it won't be the big bottles. Probably, I'm going to see if I can Kelly and them. So the bottles, it was about that high and it was the shape of a maple leaf. I'll try to get those bottles again this year. And if I do, I'll send definitely 2. I'll try to get 3 for like Tin Killer for you, Johnny. But again, I honestly can't promise anything. Other than I might be having store-bought myself for the year. We normally get between 125 and 150 liters. So 4 liters per gallon. And last weekend, we might be at 20 liters. And we're praying to get 2 more weekends. We might get up to 75 liters this year. Might. I don't think we will. But now, if the sun is out and if the wind stops, it'll run yet this afternoon. So one can hope for that. And yeah, other than that, we will talk to you guys tomorrow on Shenanigan Friday. We got Brenda 6, Jan 7, and me at 8. So take care, folks. And for goodness sakes, don't do what I do.